Time for baseball on the show from the bank. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Philadelphia Phillies. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Ben Lively will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Digging in now, A.J. Pollock. He will lead this one off today.
For Arizona, center fielder number 11, A.J. Pollock.
Ready to deliver.
You cannot continue to go peaks and valleys throughout the course of this season and ride that 500 line all year. At some point, you're going to have to take 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 to get this going in the right direction.
Now the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Altair giving chase. 1 out. Time now to look at the Diamondbacks starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you've really got to be able to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. Last season, he had over 110 RBIs. That's an RBI machine. When you're driving in over 100, that's really special, and you are doing some big things.
Up next for Arizona, David Peralta took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. Our temperature here this afternoon creeping up to the 60-degree mark here at first pitch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A count of 1 ball, 1 strike to David Peralta. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire. Boy, Dero, anytime a lefty takes that pitch on the outer third and drives it the other way, you have to be awfully impressed.
Yeah, you have to be. It reminds me of Will Clark back in the day taking that ball the other way. You have to be able to play with the whole field to have success in the big leagues today.
He's set, and the pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
I know you have to have teammates on base to drive runs in, but this guy has had a knack all year of coming through with clutch hits at the right time to put his team on top or come back in some big games. He leads the team in RBIs as he approaches the final push towards free agency.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Altair is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Batting fourth, third baseman, Jake Lamb.
Jake Lamb standing in now. He enters this one second in the National League round trip category. Here comes the first pitch. Way in front of a great slider that time. Peralta is off of first with 2 away. One and one to count to Jake Lamb. The 1-1. Dribbled to the right side. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 left for Arizona. Now it'll be the Phillies' turn. No score. Zach Godley is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. What do we need to know here, Danny?
One of the things that jumps out, if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
So striding in, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
Throws in time, and that's out number one.
450 on base percentage. When you have that and you have the type of abilities that he has, you're awfully dangerous.
Now at the plate, Carlos Santana, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch on its way. Shot toward right center. And that will be a base hit here for Santana. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. Peralta is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
Batting fourth, left fielder.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Here's the first pitch to him. Sinker stayed high but called for a strike. Hoskins, a California-born ball player. He was a fifth-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Phillies strand one. Still no score. Here's Yasmani Tomas. It was a two-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Here it comes. Line to the right side. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Into the box, Alex Avila, and he'll be looking to snap out of it in this one. Not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half. First offering on its way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike one.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2. Tomas gets his lead at first, nobody out. A 2-ball, 2-strike count to the Diamondbacks catcher. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
Ready now for the Diamondbacks, Daniel Descalso. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. He's set. Here it comes. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Descalso is 5'10" tall, bats left, but throws right-handed. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Here's Chris Owings now. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. No score here as we play inning number 2. Called strike 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Swinging a soft liner, and that's in there. Base hit.
Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder tucked, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
Into the box now, Zach Godley. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. This is on the ground over to first. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Standing in now, A.J. Pollock, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
He put himself in a good position, jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
A ball hit hard to the left side. And that's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
You know, D-Row, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2-out RBI hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or eighth in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Yeah, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Looking to minimize the damage here. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
That's a real tough pitch to hit. That's, in the pitcher's jargon, we call that the Hall of Fame pitch. That slider down, as if you're looking for it down and in, and still then, it's a really difficult pitch to hit.
Another 0-2 coming. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 Philly error, and 2 left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Arizona's on top, 2-0. Leading off the inning, Aaron Altair, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Set to get his day started, Andrew Knapp, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Line softly toward the hole. One there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
That's a really tough double play to turn when the first baseman has to field it coming off the bag and then make a throw to second while the runner is going down the line. Couldn't complete the double play, but at least they got one out.
In now, Michael Franco.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
Right to him. To second for 1. On to Goldschmidt. A double play. Inning over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. The city's founder, William Penn, seen there at Top City Hall here in Philadelphia, as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian. It'll be Paul Goldschmidt that leads things off. First pitch on its way. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Hoskins waits on it. 1 away. So 1 away in the inning, and it's time to check out the standings in the National League East to see where the Phils find themselves entering play today. Digging in to try it again, Jake Lamb. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. One out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side in multiple ways. You can go fastball up, you can go breaking ball down. One of the keys, getting ahead, and he's done a very good job of that so far.
windup and the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Another 0-2 home. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
Into the box, Yasmani Tomas. And he is frozen on a good curveball that started at his hip at strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Hit the other way out toward right field. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And he is into second with a 2-out double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. From the stretch. On the ground to the right side. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher's standpoint, Dero. You get the first 2 out of the inning. The next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, and you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Hit out towards second. And safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late. And it looks like we're going to see time called here as he looked to come up a bit gingerly after he hit the first base bag. But from all indications, it looks like it won't be enough to take him out of the ballgame. Ready for another chance? Chris Owings. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Avila at second. Descalso at first. 2 out in the inning. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
You know, guys, these hitters have had some great looks at that slider so far, and clearly they're all on the same page. The plan is simple. Lay off that slider and make him bring up something straight in the strike zone.
Again, another foul ball. Ball 2.
You know, I think he's having a hard time with that curveball right now, and that's part of the reason why he struggled early on in the start. It's so important to have command of those secondary pitches, or hitters just start sitting on the hard stuff.
And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And a relay home, and not in time as the run scores.
The pitcher, number 53, Zach.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Zach Godley. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that misses, ball 1.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. D-backs out in front, 4-0. So next to the plate for the Phils, Ben Lively, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. So with 1 away, it's time to give you a good look at the standings out west in the National League as you see where the Diamondbacks sit entering play here today. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. He was hitless in the shutout last night. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded up the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Drilled to first, fielded by Goldschmidt, and he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
The batter, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
Striding in once again, Cesar Hernandez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Looks at a 2-seamer right down the middle. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is in the air to center. Does he have another 1-2-3 for the ledger? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Digging in and looking for more, A.J. Pollock. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to left. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Stepping in now, David Peralta.
He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The windup and the 0-1. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. And plenty of time over there at third to get a glove up, and there are 2 down.
First baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
So 2 are gone now in the Diamondbacks' 4th. And stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A high fastball is in there.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
0-1 pitch, and he can't make contact on the bender. 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
Skied into straightaway right. Moving under it, Altair. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Diamondbacks down in order, but they hold a 4-0 lead. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Carlos Santana. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
Carlos Santana.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit sharply on the ground. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So make it 2 hits for him in this one as he's on base here in the home fourth. And as you see there, he currently tops the Phillies in that department. Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A bouncer to the left side. Reined in. Descalzo on to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings. And there are 2 away now. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Really tied him up on that one.
Yeah, clearly didn't recognize where that was going to end up, Matt. If I were pitching, I might go right back in there.
Hoskins behind to count 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And it's 1-2. One and two. Here it comes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. They're down 4-0. Jake Lamb standing in now.
Leading off for Arizona, third baseman, Jake Lamb.
Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded foul off to the right and over toward the dugout. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called, and he didn't like it, but there's the first out.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Here's Yasmani Tomas as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Hit the other way out toward right field. Altair has a beat on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The catcher, number 5, Alex Avila.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Pitch on its way to Avila. Takes a knee-high fastball. And he'll step off. The windup and the 0-1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so And a slider called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. So 1, 2, 3 go the Diamondbacks. They lead it 4-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Aaron Altair comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
1-1 to Aaron Altair.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. The pitch. And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
Here's the first pitch to him. Started that swing a bit too early.
0-1's the count.
A 1 pitch on its way. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Third baseman.
Digging in now for Philadelphia, Maikel Franco. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Drilled on the ground to short. Owings with a slide. He goes to first. Hey now. Phillies down in order. They trail here 4-0. Digging in to try it again, Daniel Descalso. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Daniel Descalso.
Here comes the first pitch. Popped up. There to take it is Franco, and that's your first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Chris.
Ready once again, Chris Owings. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Arizona.
Chopped weakly to the left. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
The pitcher, number 52, Zach Godley.
Ready for another shot now. Zach Godley. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
It's really hard to match up this poor performance when you dive into the numbers. This guy's thrown over 80% of his first pitches for strikes, but he's going to need to have to clean his stuff up a little bit better and get the ball down in the strike zone.
This one's down to third. Franco has it. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Diamondbacks down in order, but they're in front 4-0. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Ben Lively. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. The 1-0. On the ground to third. Lamb is up with it, and a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Up next for Philadelphia, the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Digging in for his second at-bat, J.P. Crawford. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Tomas sprinting after it, but he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
Well, he hit that one pretty well all the way out to the warning track, and clearly there's some hard dirt out there because that ball bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Cesar Hernandez. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. First pitch coming. Here it is. Towards second. That's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
First baseman, number
Boy,
41.
D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
So now Carlos Santana. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit. And no chance there. He'll make it to third safely.
You know, D-Roll, they finally push a run across here. Yesterday, they were shut out, so anytime they can score, it's almost like throwing a party.
Yeah, Dan, no kidding. Look in that dugout. Looked like there was steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears right there. They had to get the offense going. Maybe that's the breakthrough they needed.
Standing in now, Odubel Herrera, as it's grounded sharply to first. To second for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Phillies will have to be content with just the 1. We're through 6 full. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Phillies 1. Welcome back to Citizens Bank Park here in Philadelphia. We're on to the 7th with the Diamondbacks out in front. And before we get the inning underway, let's get a look at our game summary to this point. Back to the top spot in the Arizona lineup now, and stepping in, A.J. Pollock. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. First pitch coming. Here it is. Missed with a slider. The 1-0. Fouled away. The 1-2 is in off the plate. Hit out towards second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, Right fielder, David Peralta.
Digging in once again, David Peralta hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Here's the pitch.
That's a ball.
And that misses for ball one.
Counts 1-0.
Now the 1-0. Little tapper down the first baseline. That winds up foul. We're in the seventh now. 4-1 our score to this point. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
First baseman number 44. Paul.
Ready for another chance? Paul Goldschmidt, and he's 0 for in this one, batting out of the 3 spot. Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Hey, 2 outs, nobody on, and a power hitter up. This is where, as a pitcher, you got to use the hitters.
Strike 2.
4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Arizona.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
That turns out to be a good take on that front door breaking ball, but you have to wonder if that pitch buckled him at all. That was really close to clipping the inside corner.
And now he'll step off as they look for a strikeout pitch. The 1-2. Popped him up. Santana in foul ground, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 1-2-3 go the Diamondbacks as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rhys Hoskins. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at-bats.
Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Striding in once again, Aaron Altair. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And a swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt.
Boys, we see the pitch count. It's hard to remember the last time we saw a guy pitch this efficiently.
Yeah, Matt, it's incredible to watch him go after guys. He's forcing a lot of early contact, and they haven't done a whole lot with the balls they put in play against him.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. A swing and a miss at the big curveball.
Classic case right there of an off-speed pitch, and that hitter's eyes lit up and that front shoulder went flying. He's got to find a way to keep that thing tucked and play with the big part of the field.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. A breaking ball swung on and missed, and he's set down for the second time this afternoon.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. 1-2, here it comes. To right field. Here comes Peralta. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail it 4-1. Jake Lamb standing in now. He'll start us off in the 8th.
Third baseman, Jake Lamb. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Phillies, number 64.
From the stretch. And that one just missed outside. Now the 1-0. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
When a hitter is showing he's unable to resist those inside pitches, you just might as well keep going in there and hope he keeps chasing. Those weren't strikes, but he wanted to hit them anyway.
And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. And the fastball misses high and away there. It's full, 3-2. Yasmani Tomas is on deck. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. So his day fully over now as you get a look at the pitching line for the Phillies starter. Great day's work any way you look at it. Stepping into the box, Yasmani Tomas. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Back up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Hey, this guy's obviously seeing the ball right now. That's another hard hit single. 3 for 4 right there. He's looking super solid at the plate.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, as he rips it on the ground to second. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn 2.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball get to you much faster, so the key is making sure you field it cleanly and at least get one, which they did there.
Up next for Arizona, Daniel Descalso. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Avila, the runner at first with 2 gone. To first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Wow. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Diamondbacks 4 and the Phillies 1. So next to the plate for the Phils, Michael Franco. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
'50th pitch of the game on its way. Hit on the ground to short. Fielded by Owings. And there's one down now. 4-1 our score as we give you a look there at the starter comparison to see how the numbers match up for the two starters. Scott Kingery will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Kingery.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, 0-1.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 delivery. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Here comes another 0-2. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Phillies down in order. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Luis Garcia enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Here's Chris Owings now. Matchup numbers with Luis Garcia. He's gone 2 for 5. Can't say that I see the logic in this one, but they'll go ahead and intentionally walk the leadoff batter.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Gerard Dyson will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Gerard Dyson.
First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Altair has it in his tracks. 1 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, A.J. Collins.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, A.J. Pollock. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Runner goes for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Boy, he had a really sizable lead that time, but it didn't seem to matter. The defense was ready for it, and they cut him down trying to swipe second base. That was a nice, quick release from the catcher.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Fly ball out toward left center field. Hoskins waits on it, and the inning is over. Diamondbacks down without much of a fight, but they lead it 4-1. Andrew Chafin comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Number 40, Andrew Chafin.
Cesar Hernandez will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Hey, not impossible, but highly improbable. Even when you're at home to score 3 runs off a closer like this guy, they've got the work cut out for him.
Pollock has a read on it. 1 out. There's a look at the final line for the Arizona starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him. Here's Carlos Santana now. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Tomas has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, center fielder, Odubel Herrera.
Into the box, Odubel Herrera. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. He's set, and the pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. Philly down to their last strike. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
I like that he tried to tie him up inside on that pitch, but it was a little bit of a risky situation because if you're off just a little bit, you can end up plunking a guy. That's the last thing you want to do when you've got a guy 0-2.
On to first, and that's your ball game.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
And the score finishes 4-1 today. Arizona took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Zach Godley earns the win, his second, as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Ben Lively pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Andrew Chafin records the save, his 7th of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Diamondbacks: 4 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For Philadelphia, 1 run, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 53 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game SEPTA trains on the Orange Broad Street line are available at the Patterson Avenue station. and extra C buses are available directly outside the stadium.